Do you ever feel a profound difference? A sense that your mind operates on a separate frequency from the bustling world around you, a quiet observer on a lonely precipice? This keen perception, this intellect, it's often lauded as a gift. But what if this gift carves out a space of solitude, making genuine connection feel like a distant shore? From this lonely pinnacle, you see more patterns, absurdities, the deeper currents beneath the surface. But this clarity can mean standing apart, bearing witness in silence, often misunderstood. That festival of common life, its laughter and pursuits, does it sometimes seem like a play whose script you've read, whose ending you already know, its allure diminished by your insight? Is this sharp mind, then, a beacon or a burden? Does the weight of understanding sometimes feel like a curse, isolating you in a world that prefers simpler narratives? You're not alone in this feeling. The philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer understood this burden intimately. He saw intelligence not just as a tool, but as a source of profound, often solitary, experience. He explored the alienation that can accompany a mind that pierces through comforting illusions, a mind that craves depth in a world often content with surfaces. This is the ache of the keen intellect. If you feel the world doesn't quite speak your language, if its rhythms seem out of sync with your own, Schopenhauer's philosophy offers not easy answers, but profound, resonant understanding. This journey we're embarking on is for those who feel the chill of that lonely pinnacle, for those seeking solace not in illusion, but in the stark, sometimes painful, truth of existence. The paradox is stark, your intellect, a magnificent cognitive tool, a source of wonder, yet it so often correlates with a heightened awareness of life's inherent difficulties, leading to isolation. Schopenhauer pinpointed a core driver, the will to live. He described this not as conscious desire, but as a blind, ceaseless, striving energy inherent in all things, a relentless urge to exist. For many, this will operates under a veil of comforting illusions, chasing fleeting pleasures, societal validations. It's a dance of desire and temporary satisfaction, a beautifully crafted deception. But the highly intelligent mind, Schopenhauer suggested, possesses a sharper lens. It pierces this veil. It sees the mechanics behind the curtain, the strings pulling the puppets of everyday life. And what does this clarity reveal? Not just intricate beauty, but the pervasive nature of suffering, the transient joy, the fundamental lack that fuels the will's endless striving. He controversially argued that a greater measure of intelligence often brings with it a greater capacity for pain. You feel more, you understand more, and therefore you potentially suffer more. You observe the fleeting nature of popular triumphs, the anxieties underpinning social rituals, the often unconscious desperation in the pursuit of happiness. The spectacle can feel hollow. This isn't a call to cynicism, it's the direct outcome of acute perception. Like a finely tuned instrument, your mind registers dissonances others might miss, the subtle sorrows woven into life's fabric. The common pursuits, the mundane ambitions that drive so much of society can then feel empty, even absurd. Your values shift, your desires diverge from the well-trodden paths. This profound disconnect isn't a personal failing. Schopenhauer frames it as an almost inevitable consequence of your heightened awareness, your intellect's refusal to be easily fooled by life's surface play. And then comes the sting of misunderstanding. Others, not seeing the world through your lens, may perceive your detachment as arrogance, your quietude as aloofness. The loneliness deepens. Schopenhauer's philosophy, born from similar introspection, offers no simple cure for this condition. Instead, it provides a deep, unflinching understanding, and through that, a path towards inner resilience and peace. First, this lie: happiness is comfort, endless ease, a life without friction. We chase it, this mirage of perpetual bliss, a soft couch for the soul. But true contentment isn't found in avoiding all storms, is it? It's forged in them. This pursuit of comfort often leads to stagnation, a dulling of the very spirit we wish to elevate. We're told to avoid pain, seek pleasure. But growth, real growth, demands we engage with difficulty, not run from its shadow. Peter Sage calls this the comfort zone paradox. The more you seek comfort as your primary goal, the smaller your world becomes. The less comfortable you actually are with life's inevitable challenges. It's a trap, baited with short-term relief. Then the Stoic misconception that it's about suppressing feelings, becoming a stone, emotionless. This couldn't be further from the truth. Stoicism isn't about not feeling, it's about not being overwhelmed by what you feel. A critical difference. Imagine a storm-tossed sea. Suppression is trying to hold back the waves. Futile. Stoicism is learning to captain your ship through the storm, acknowledging the waves, the wind, but steering with a steady hand and clear purpose. Peterson highlights confronting suffering. Strength isn't avoiding pain, but how we respond. Responsibility, not shutdown. Seneca said, difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body. This builds resilience, not apathy. True Stoic practice. Third roadblock, mindset. That's woo-woo, fluffy thinking. The dismissal that our internal state is disconnected from reality, or that changing our thoughts is unscientific. This skepticism itself becomes a self-imposed limitation, a cage built of cynicism. This ignores decades of research. Neuroplasticity isn't a hopeful theory. It's a biological fact. Our brains are not fixed stone. They are dynamic, constantly rewired by our thoughts, our habits, our focus. This is trainable. Think of it, if your thoughts didn't shape your reality, why would advertisers spend billions to influence them? Why would propaganda exist? Our internal narrative and lies, the architect of our experience. Denying this is denying our own power. This isn't about positive thinking platitudes, it's about rigorous internal work. As Scruton implied, finding meaning involves acknowledging the difficult truths, not papering over them. It's about cultivating a mind that can find meaning. That's science. So, we're stuck, not by unchangeable fate, but by these comfortable lies and deep-seated misunderstandings. We misdiagnose the problem, so we chase flawed solutions. But what if the keys are already in our pocket, just unrecognized? These misconceptions act like anchors dragging down our potential. The belief that struggle is always bad, that stoicism is cold, that mindset is mere fluff. It's time to cut these ropes, to look at what truly empowers us. So, where do we begin to dismantle these self-sabotaging beliefs? The first cornerstone, a foundational Stoic principle, the dichotomy of control. Epictetus laid it out starkly. Some things are up to us, others are not. What's up to us? Our thoughts, our judgments, our desires, our actions, our responses, our inner world. This is our sovereign domain. Here we have immense power, immense responsibility. This is where true agency lives, breathes. What's not up to us? Externals, others' opinions, past events, the future's precise unfolding. The weather. Trying to control these directly is the source of immense frustration, anxiety, and wasted energy, a recipe for suffering. This isn't passivity, it's profound clarity. Focus your energy where it has leverage, your choices, your will. As Peter Sage emphasizes, energy flows where attention goes. Direct your attention to your sphere of control. This is empowerment. Neurochemically, focusing on controllable actions and achieving small wins releases dopamine, not a cheap hit but earned satisfaction. This reinforces constructive action, wiring your brain for proactive engagement, creating a positive feedback loop for agency. This ties directly to neuroplasticity. Each time you consciously choose your response, instead of reacting impulsively to externals, you carve a new neural pathway. You are literally reshaping your brain to be more resilient, more composed, more effective. Responsibility, in this Stoic sense, isn't blame. It's responsibility, the ability to choose your response. This is where Peterson's call to take responsibility finds its ancient echo. Your power lies in how you meet the world. And gratitude? It blossoms naturally when you accept what's outside your control and appreciate what is within it. Grateful for the ability to choose, to strive, to learn, even amidst hardship. This shifts your entire perspective. Marcus Aurelius, an emperor facing plague, war, betrayal, constantly reminded himself. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. He focused on his virtuous response. This was his true dominion. So, the first key, clearly distinguish, is this mine to control or not? Ask this relentlessly. If it's yours, act with courage and wisdom. If not, practice acceptance and equanimity. This simple filter changes everything. This isn't about giving up on goals. It's about shifting focus from outcomes often uncontrollable to your efforts and intentions controllable. You can't guarantee victory, but you can guarantee you'll fight your best fight. That's honor. Mastering this dichotomy is a lifelong practice. It's not a one-time fix. But each conscious application strengthens your muscle of inner control, reducing anxiety and freeing up enormous mental and emotional resources for what truly matters. This clarity is the antidote to the happiness is comfort myth. True satisfaction arises not from ease, but from skillful engagement with life, focusing your power where it counts. It's the calm eye within the storm. The path forward, a three-stage recalibration. First, the Stoic scan. This isn't about suppressing emotion, it's clarifying control. What's yours to manage, what's not? This sharpens focus, cutting through the noise of modern helplessness and distraction. Inspired by Stoics like Epictetus, the scan demands radical honesty. List anxieties, then mark, in my control or not. This simple act reclaims immense mental energy, directing it where it counts for impactful change. This isn't passive resignation, it's strategic acceptance. What you can't control, acknowledge. What you say can, address with focused action. This bedrock of practical wisdom reduces overwhelm almost immediately and fosters inner calm. Second, the gratitude anchor. Daily, deliberate, scrutin. Gratitude is the moral memory of mankind. Scrutin and gratitude. An active practice, not fleeting feeling. It rewires for positivity, boosting PERMA's positive emotion. PERMA by Seligman is your blueprint for flourishing positive emotion, engagement, relationships, meaning, accomplishment. The gratitude anchor directly fuels P. Noticing existing good, however small, enriches life significantly. This isn't Pollyanna optimism. It's a disciplined perspective shift from what's missing to what's here. This counters the hedonic treadmill, our tendency to revert to baseline happiness despite major life events. Third, the purpose plot. Echoing Peterson, set your house in perfect order before you criticize the world. Peterson, 12 rules. Identify meaningful, achievable goals aligned with your values. Start small, build momentum now. This purpose plot targets M&A and PERMA, meaning and accomplishment. What gives life significance? What small victories today, this week? It's about taking responsibility for your own narrative, your own direction, not grand schemes initially. Define your why for getting up. The Stoics called this living in accordance with nature, your true nature, reasoned purpose. This step cultivates deep, authentic engagement with your daily tasks. So, the framework, Stoic scan clarifies control. Gratitude anchor cultivates positive emotion. Purpose plot builds meaning and accomplishment. Each step actionable, practical. Not theory, a toolkit for a more deliberate, robust life. This structured approach provides scaffolding for change. Not sudden epiphany, but consistent application of principles tested by time, from ancient Stoics to modern positive psychology. The aim is sustainable, genuine well-being, no magic bullets, just focused effort. Stoic scan reduces anxiety, gratitude anchor boosts joy, purpose plot delivers direction. Together, a powerful triad for taking back control and building a flourishing, meaningful existence daily. Apply this framework. What shifts? First, your baseline. The Stoic scan filters stress. Chronic anxiety softens. You're not immune to problems, but your reaction becomes more measured, less overwhelming, more thoughtful. Your cognitive landscape alters. Less rumination on the uncontrollable. More mental space for proactive thought. This isn't just feeling better, it's thinking better. Clarity emerges, allowing more effective problem-solving and decision-making. Then, emotional resonance. The gratitude anchor, consistently practiced, elevates average mood. Joyful moments become frequent, deeper. You actively notice good, building resilience against setbacks, fostering authentic happiness and contentment. Engagement spikes. The purpose plot, with clear, meaningful goals, pulls you forward. Procrastination lessens as intrinsic motivation grows. You become an active participant in your life, not passive. This is PERMA's E in action. Consider Alex, overwhelmed, adrift. Started with the Stoic scan, realized half his stress was external, unchangeable, first relief. He meticulously separated concerns, can influence versus cannot. This was the critical first step. Next, Alex implemented the gratitude anchor. Each morning, 3 specific things, initially forced, soon a highlight. Colleagues noticed less reactivity, more appreciation. Small shifts, big ripple effect on team dynamics and personal outlook. Finally, the purpose plot. Alex defined a small work skill to master. Then a personal health goal. Peterson's wisdom, to stand up straight, is to accept the terrible responsibility of life. Peterson 12 rules. Taking charge. Alex's outcome, calmer demeanor, higher job satisfaction, engagement, accomplishment, renewed sense of meaning even in routine tasks, reported feeling more himself, flourishing metrics visibly improved, reflecting genuine change. This isn't unique to Alex. Diligently apply these steps, scan, anchor, plot. You actively co-author a more fulfilling existence. Your sense of agency strengthens, not just reacting, responding, shaping your own life. Psychological impact is cumulative. Each small win, moment of gratitude, act of disciplined focus builds on the last. This creates an upward spiral of well-being, contrasting cycles of anxiety or learned helplessness effectively. You embody Scruton's gratitude not as mere emotion, but a virtue, a settled disposition. Responsibility, as Peterson emphasizes, becomes less burden, more empowering choice, a direct path to profound, sustainable meaning. Ultimately, this process cultivates Seligman's flourishing, not just absence of misery, but presence of positive emotion, engagement, relationships, meaning, accomplishment, a life lived fully, deliberately, with psychological richness and depth. Let's sharpen our understanding. Control isn't about ignoring reality. Gratitude isn't forcing a smile. These distinctions are crucial. We're moving beyond platitudes to practical wisdom. Time for the yes but questions. First, isn't this control thing just denial? Absolutely not. Denial fights reality. True control, Stoic control, means radical acceptance of what is, then acting decisively on your part. It's about seeing clearly. Epictetus nailed it. Make the best use of what is in your power, and take the rest as it happens. Denial is wishing things were different. Control is working with what you've got. Big difference. Next up, what if gratitude feels fake? This is a common sticking point. If it feels forced, it's not genuine. Authenticity is key. We're not aiming for Pollyanna, we're aiming for perspective. Seligman advises, start small. Genuine appreciation for tiny, concrete things builds the gratitude muscle. It's not pretending problems don't exist. It's noticing good that coexists. Acknowledge both. That's real. Fake gratitude is performance for others. Real gratitude is an internal shift, a quiet acknowledgement of good. Even a silent thank you to the universe or yourself for a small win holds power. Now, a vital contrast, healthy detachment versus toxic positivity. They can look similar on the surface, but their roots and results are worlds apart. Understanding this protects your progress. Don't confuse them. Healthy detachment acknowledges pain, then focuses on your response. Think, this is truly hard and I can choose my next thought, my next action. It's about agency within adversity, empowering. Toxic positivity, however, denies or dismisses pain. It forces good vibes only. Just be positive. This invalidates real struggle, leading to shame and isolation. It's a fragile, unhelpful command. Avoid it. So, healthy detachment cultivates inner peace despite circumstance. It's resilient. Toxic positivity is a brittle facade, easily shattered. One is strength, the other is suppression. Choose wisdom, choose strength. Peterson reminds us to accept the terrible responsibility of life. That's not toxic positivity. That's embracing reality, shouldering your burden with eyes open. True control acknowledges the hard, then acts. In some, control is discerning action, not delusion. Gratitude is an authentic practice, not pretense. And healthy detachment is profound wisdom, not emotional dismissal. These nuances fuel genuine growth. Internalize them. Theory is vital, but practice makes it potent. Knowledge isn't power until it's applied daily. No complex rituals needed, just simple, repeatable micro-habits. Let's walk through some right now. Make it real. Start your day or reset any time with a perma-micro routine. Inspired by Seligman's positive psychology, simple steps for flourishing. First, just 2 minutes of mindful breathing. Set a timer. Begin. Just focus on your breath. Inhale calm, exhale tension. This simple act anchors you in the present moment. It's your first immediate exercise of inner control. 2 minutes, that's it. Feel the shift. Next, at day's end or any time you need a boost, 3 good things. List 3 specific things that went well, however small. Crucially, reflect on why they happened. Jot them down. This isn't about grand achievements. My coffee was perfect. A stranger smiled. I focused for 10 minutes. Seligman proved this retrains your brain to spot positives, combating negativity bias. Powerful stuff. Then integrate a 60-second perspective flip. When facing a challenge or frustration, pause. Ask, what's one aspect of this I can influence or control? Just one. Find your leverage point. Epictetus teaches, we cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond. This 60-second flip is that philosophy in action. It shifts you from victim to agent. Try it. For meaning or connection in perma, one tiny action. Send a gratitude text. Write 1 sentence on how a task aligns with your values. These micro-deposits compound. Small acts, significant impact. Now for ongoing clarity, the control audit. When overwhelmed, list worries. For each ask, do I truly control this outcome? Use a simple checklist. Concern, in my control. Why and next small step. If no, practice active letting go. That's your control. If yes, identify 1 small concrete next step. Peterson, orient yourself properly. This audit helps you do exactly that. Action dispels anxiety. Finally, track your practice. Small checkboxes for breath. 3 things. Flip, audit on a 7-day card. This isn't for judgment, but for reinforcement. Visual proof of your growing consistency and commitment. These aren't chores, they are acts of self-mastery, tools for resilience and genuine agency. Small hinges swing enormous doors. Don't just learn this, live this. Start with 1 micro-habit today. Imagine waking not to an alarm but to purpose. Each day, a canvas for flourishing, where stoic calm meets vibrant perma-engagement. This isn't a distant dream, it's the architecture of a life well-lived, meticulously built. Your morning isn't rushed, it's owned. Challenges arise, a minor setback, a difficult email. You meet them with reasoned choice, not reaction. A quiet joy, the P in perma, underpins your focus. This is your new default. You navigate the day with an inner citadel of calm. External events still happen, but they don't dictate your peace. You've learned to distinguish what's yours to control, your thoughts, your actions, from what is not. True freedom, work flows. Not because it's easy, but because you're fully engaged in that state of E, energized focus. Distractions fade. You tackle complex problems with clarity, finding satisfaction in the process, not just the outcome. Your relationships deepen. R flourishes because you're present, truly listening. Misunderstandings are met with empathy, connections strengthened by genuine interaction, not performative gestures. You build bridges of understanding. Responsibility and gratitude become your relational currencies. You take ownership of your part, and you express appreciation freely. This transforms interactions from transactional to truly connective, fostering mutual respect and warmth. Every action, even mundane, connects to a larger M, meaning. You see your contribution, your part in the greater whole. This isn't grandiosity, but a quiet understanding of your value, your purpose. You contribute with intention. This sense of meaning extends beyond your immediate tasks. It's about aligning with your core values, contributing to something bigger than yourself, whether it's family, community, or a cherished ideal. Your life resonates with this depth. The day closes not with exhaustion, but with accomplishment. Not just tasks ticked off, but progress made on what truly matters. A sense of earned peace, a gratitude for your capacity to choose, to act, to be. This inner strength ripples outward. Your calm influences your family. Your focus inspires colleagues. Your engagement benefits your community. You become a quiet force for good, not by preaching, but by being. This is the Stoic ideal lived. Now, close your eyes for a moment. Picture this version of you embodying this quiet strength. Feel the groundedness, the clarity, the gentle energy. See the calm in their eyes, the purpose in their posture. This is accessible. This isn't a fantasy. It's the result of consistent practice, of integrating these timeless principles: Stoic discernment, PERMA's framework, the power of gratitude and responsibility. It is a path open to you, starting today. We started by acknowledging the noise, the drift, the longing for something more solid, that feeling of being pulled in 1,000 directions, seeking an anchor in the storm. Remember that initial yearning for clarity and control? Then we introduced the key, a powerful fusion. The Stoic focus on what you control, blended with the PERMA model's roadmap to human flourishing. Not just enduring life, but actively building a meaningful, engaged existence. We unveiled core tools, the profound simplicity of gratitude practice, shifting perspective, the empowering stance of taking responsibility, not blame. These aren't abstract concepts, but daily habits that reshape your inner world. We explored how to weave these into a daily rhythm. Small, consistent actions, choosing your response, engaging fully, connecting meaningfully, recognizing accomplishment, building resilience and joy, brick by deliberate brick. And just now, we glimpsed that new life, calmer, more purposeful, deeply connected. A life where your inner state dictates your experience, not the other way around. This profound shift is what this journey offers you. The question now is, how do you make this vision your reality? Knowledge is potent, but action is transformative. It's time to take one deliberate step forward on this path. Your journey, your pace, your flourishing. Here's the challenge. For the next 7 days, consciously track your PERMA elements. Use a simple journal, our downloadable tracker, link in description. Just 1 week to build awareness, to plant these seeds of change effectively. This isn't about perfection, it's about observation and intention. Tracking PERMA helps you see where flourishing already exists and where you can nurture it. It's a practical first step to making these ideals tangible. At the end of that week, identify one small win, one moment you felt that shift. Share it in the comments below, not for applause, but to inspire yourself and others. Pen my PERMA win. Your story matters. This journey of 1,000 miles begins with this single step. The power to sculpt a life of meaning, resilience, and joy is already within you. These tools simply help you unlock it. Embrace this potential now. Remember, this isn't isolated. Everything we've discussed, Stoic control, PERMA, gratitude, responsibility, they all weave together. This is about holistic well-being, a fully integrated, flourishing human experience. It's within your grasp. As Marcus Aurelius reminded us, when the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts, one choose them well. Thank you for joining us. Begin your journey to a flourishing life.